فكلا من حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Shiite Muslims across Iraq are in high security alert after Sunni insurgents targeted their mosques with suicide car bombings. Since the rise of the Islamic State in June 2014, Shiite leaders have called on their followers to take up arms and fight for their country.
يعني بالنسبة للموظفين فهذا عملهم حق ذاته وجهاد. طبعا ما أخاف شلون هو أنا جاي يعني أنا أخاف ليش أجي وأنا جاي أقاتل.
This is my fixer and translator, Mustafa. In his third year of university, the last thing he'd want is to risk his life in a religious war. He says that in Iraq there are no jobs in his field of study, computer programming. Now, the best one he can find is helping international journalists like me report on the war he opposes. Today, Mustafa is picking me up with his friend, who is a driver. We're going in the suburbs of Baghdad to interview a young man who is in the training to join a Shiite militia, to fight alongside the Iraqi army.
He's saying this is his weapon.
It's his weapon?
Yeah.
Or from who is it?
انت مشتري له ومعطيك اياه
لا ما ادري.
It's personal weapon.
لو ارجع يعني صار 11 لو اموت يعني انتهي بعد ما بيها مجال.
He's saying we had enough of these fights, with these terrorist attacks, of these killings every day. We have to fight them, we have to resist them, we have to destroy them all. I will not ever come back. Either I die there or we destroy them all and come back to a peaceful country.
Mustafa couldn't believe that so many Iraqis would be willing to die for a religious decree that he says won't resolve anything. I noticed this particular interview really touched a nerve for him. So we stopped at a nearby restaurant to talk some more.
I think of him as a victim of the society, victim of the religious problems, victims of political problems.
I realized that Mustafa represents a group of moderate young Iraqis who feel left out in the political discussion because they don't want to take up arms. Mustafa wanted to introduce me to one of his friends, Mohammed Laith, who used to be a journalist before he was silenced by the violent political environment.
He said he was writing about the corruption that's happening in the ministries and write a few articles, and then they called him. They told him either stop doing this or you'll be dead. So he stopped.
هسه من صارت حرية وهاي فتكتب ما تكتب تموين.
While Mustafa and his journalism friends smoke hookah, the spokesman of the major Shiite community in Baghdad says that the majority of Shiites are now joining the militia. Back at the mosque on the other side of Baghdad, young people are signing up.
السلاح موجود والسلاح بس نحس أي شيء لا سامح الله خطر أو شيء وإن شاء الله ماكو خطر نحس شيء يعني يقترب احنا إن شاء الله مطوعين نفسنا ومجهزين نفسنا ومجهزين حالنا ونروح كلنا فداء لهذه المراقد والأرض الوطن.
Back near the center of Baghdad, Mustafa is trying to move on with his life. He brings us to a small apartment where he plans to live without his parents for the first time ever. Though he tells us his actual dream is to leave Iraq.
I'm planning to get out of here the first chance I get. The whole mess started with the American invasion. We had a normal life. At least we can wake up at the sound of birds, not the sound of car bombs.